Here we have the rocker clicker from Not Loud Feet, a new up-and-comer in the EDC game. Nope, that's not right at all. Today is one of those days I always look forward to, where I get to showcase a new Unquiet Hands design. Inside this beautiful box is the rocker clicker, which has been highly anticipated by the fidget community, including myself. For starters, I was expecting top-notch packaging and presentation, like always, and this exceeded my expectations. I love the smaller, new white box and this gorgeous label with, I don't know if you could see it, these flecks of gold. Given Tom's affinity for all things cosmic, I assume this label depicts an asteroid field circling around the Unquiet Hands logo. Very cool. Inside the box, the first thing I notice is this thick layer of foam on the top and the bottom to ensure our precious gems arrive safely from their trip around the world. My kit included 3 extra wide buttons in titanium, stainless steel, and brass, which we will look at closer in a minute. They come in these heavy-duty Ziploc pouches with a nice placard made of thick holographic plastic. Nice touch, Tom. And now the main event, the rocker clicker, which also comes in a Ziploc, but this placard is actually a beautiful certificate of authenticity. I'm a sucker for showmanship, and the Unquiet Hands team have really outdone themselves here. They've included a thick felt pouch, which is always appreciated, but this one for the rocker is custom fit to the design and has an easier access open end compared to the previous button flap versions. And here it is, the rocker clicker in glorious titanium. I'm just going to come right out of the gate swinging here. This thing rocks and clicks. The back side has some nice wavy lines that match the theme of the placards and their wavy lines, along with some classy branding down here in the corner. As I said, this one is the titanium version, and it has a silky finish to it that feels good, and it helps hide finger oil marks. Mine is the original rocker with 2 columns of 3 buttons, but Unquiet Hands makes a plus version with a 3rd column of 3 buttons, and a slim version with a single column of 8 buttons. For size reference, here is the abacus. Or if you are otherwise magnetically inclined, the rocker clicker is very close in dimensions to the Toad slider. Fidgeting with this guy is very satisfying, definitely addicting, and simple to do. Just press the raised end of the buttons and you're rewarded with a haptic thud and a crisp click sound. There are strong magnets involved, but you don't need a hard push to rock the action. The magnets on this raised end are desperately trying to make contact with each other, helping you separate the side that's already making contact. I enjoy rhythmic single clicks, often to the beat of music that I'm listening to. Then I'll throw in some double clicks or triple clicks. Then the party really gets lit when the finger rolls start popping. Well, watch out, I'm going to start doing some 6-packs. Ooh! Oh, it's very satisfying. So good. The rocker clicker is like you have this sexy looking metallic bubble wrap that you can pop, but the bubbles never go away, so you're left with this endless loop of satisfaction. I could do this all day, or at least until my wife needs some audible relief, because let me tell you, the rocker clicker is definitely unquiet in these hands. However, just like with sliders, you can apply more pressure as you rock to reduce that loudness if you prefer. Not me, I like to let it fly. So what is this voodoo magic that's going on under the hood? I'm glad you asked. Let's take a peek. Simple genius, that's the answer. Each button has 2 magnets in them. Let's see, there we go. With a groove down the middle. And the base has respective magnets with a rounded pivot bar down the middle of each side. The bar nestles inside that groove, like that, and the magnets attract, and voila, rocky clicky goodness. Seems like the perfect time to check out those extra wide buttons. They add a nice change of pace from the standard configuration, and if you go with a different metal, like brass especially, creates this cool two-tone gray and gold look. The wide buttons have 2 extra magnets in them, and they take the place of 2 of the standard buttons. More magnets means more force is required to rock them, but not that much more. And it also results in a slightly louder sound. They are a fantastic addition to mix things up from the stock, and worth having on hand for sure. The larger pads with more finger real estate feel even more secure, and that extra force to rock them is a great feel. I bet a 4x4 magnet base with like 4 wide buttons would be a really interesting addition to the lineup. That being said, my favorite configuration is this stock 6 thin button setup, as it gives me the most consistent clicks per second. It's just, I like that rapid clicking action. One neat thing I discovered is that while it's in its pouch, this top row of buttons, you can still click. This size of the rocker clicker is really easy to manage one-handed and use, but I do find myself liking to go with two-hand, or even sometimes set it on the desk and just do that kind of thing. It really is a lot of fun. It's no surprise that Unquiet Hands have put out another rock star with this one. When the rocker clicker was first revealed, I could tell it would be an interesting piece, but I had never played with anything as clicky as this before. It is 100% a fidgety-licious titanium burger with extra bacon. So hard to put down. It is the perfect complement to any EDC Fidget collection of spinners, sliders, rollers, whatever your jam is. Having so many clickable buttons is a whole different ballgame than other designs that might incorporate a single click action. Big props to Unquiet Hands for always creating classy and thoughtful packaging. They really went the extra mile this time. It sends that high-end message that you want to see in your gear. And it surprises me that more makers don't follow suit. I know it adds a little extra cost, but maybe I'm worth it. And a huge thank you to Tom and the Unquiet team for creating this beauty and putting it out for the community to enjoy. Also for allowing me to give the rocker clicker its well-deserved limelight. Those of you who are expecting yours, you will not be disappointed. I'll put some relevant links down in the description below, and of course thank you to the community and viewers who stick with me in my videos, because without my fidgety fam, this doesn't happen.